Hi guys, welcome to tonight's episode of Forex Fire TV. I think this is episode number 4. I might be standard corrected with that. So this is pre-recorded tonight because we are officially on the weekend. For those guys who don't know me, my name is John Docherty, known as Forex Fire, born to earn. Okay, I'm part of this bigger community where we learn together, we trade together, we win together, called the Financial Freedom Ninjas. Now, over the course of this week, most certainly, you'll have been seeing on my wall being posted stuff about a strategy that we are bringing together and pushing out in the next few weeks or 2 weeks. But tonight is all about a value post. Okay, and we're going to go through a couple of things tonight, to be fair. Okay, so if you've seen down on my wall, we're going to do a bit of housekeeping first of all, as I always do. Let's just get that bit out of the way. We go onto my screen. If you guys want to follow me and see me very first when you go on your wall, you just need to click on anywhere on the top. I do believe on my wall, it'll be a 3-button process, something like that, and it'll say a follow. All you need to do is click those buttons and then set to follow and see first. Okay, that will put you in this elite list of my Forex Fire Sparks, and this will give you access to see whenever I post anything live. Again, if you get sick of seeing what I do over the course of time, you simply click those 3 buttons and hit unfollow. However, you do that, you will certainly lose out on the value and what I'm going to be bringing to the team in the next few weeks. So to be part of this elite group of 175 people, do this and do me a favor, click on the 3 buttons, click that follow, and you will see my content first. Again, should you wish to unfollow that, you simply just need to set this back to default from see first. Okay, so without further ado, tonight's post is obviously, or tonight's Forex Fire TV episode is going to be all about a few tips and tricks from what I've learned along my way over 3 years of trading. Okay, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the chart draw ups, what you can do with supporter, with regards, put my teeth in, with regards to sort of support and resistance, okay, and being a little bit more visual. This sort of tip is not for everybody, but it can be for those that are just starting out as well, okay. The next one I'm going to follow up with is the use of the long and the short tool. Okay, it's a great tool where you can sort of set the parameters for a stop loss and your take profit. It gives you a risk to reward, but there is something within that tool that you can set, which I possibly would say 80 to 90% of people do not utilize when it comes to this tool. Okay, and if you find that the tip that I'm going to give with that is just doing that, you can drop a comment below after you see that later on. Okay, and then finally on the chart drops, because I don't want to put too much out there, we are going to sort of certainly have a look at those that are intermediate or heading towards the more advanced stuff, which is the pattern of head and shoulders. The head and shoulder is a formation of what I call the 3 peaks. Okay, normally depending on if it's a standard head and shoulder, you would sort of sell the right shoulder, okay, which is the best area to do that from. But I can show you a technique where you can sell from another area, but also use the peak of that head to gain more pips other than just doing it from the right shoulder area. If it's an inverted, the 3 peaks inverted, again, I will show you instead of buying the sort of right shoulder, I will show you how you can buy from another area, again, using that middle peak, which is the head, to your advantage. So stay tuned for that. And one last thing, we will also look at the harmonics and see what you could have won with regards to that. And at the end, obviously, we'll have a little brief chat on how you can use the harmonics to sort of utilize and enhance the pips that you take. Okay, guys, so hopefully tonight, as always, you'll see some value in what I do. As always, please don't forget to click those 3 buttons, hit the follow button to see my content first, but most importantly, drop your comments below, let me know that you're watching. Okay, if you can, please do share that hashtag Forex Fire, as always. And if you like to share my content and push it out for others to see, and at the end of this video, if anybody has seen this for the first time on their wall, then get back to that person that has shared this content and ask them just how you can get started right now and learn the simple techniques like this that can make you more profitable, guys. Okay, so let's head on over to the chart. Get my handsome Geordie face in that top corner. So let's go to, first of all, we are going to look at, this is a naked chart, obviously. From here, on the left-hand side, you see an instrumental panel. Okay, guys? Now, what I would normally do, if I'm just setting one or two sort of support or resistance areas, but I'm concentrating on these areas that are imminently going to be touched, hit, broke, or retested, okay, I would most certainly go to my drawing tool, which is on the top. This is normally set the trend line, this line here. You could always do this sort of thing for trend lines, or you could set your support and resistance by doing the trend lines like this, or you could simply hold the shift key, okay, click on here, keep a hold of the shift key and move this along. This will keep it in a straight line. So that's one tip you could do. Okay, guys. From there, just to be a little bit more visual, if you click on the trend line, you'll see this thing here called a parallel channel. Okay, now what this does, guys, is if you take a look at this, let's just take a look. We'll go around out here because there's a lot of touches here. You've got a lot of touches here. You just sort of straighten that out. Okay, that's straight, and then you would boost that out. Okay, get your black line, draw that to where your support on here and the resistance. From there, you can see within this channel, it highlights either side, okay? So you can see when this is broken, and you can see when this sort of breaks and then becomes support. Okay, guys, and if we look further back, you can see along here, and I did this without even looking, touch, 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 come along, touch here, broke, and then we've got plenty of other touches here. Now, when you've got that there, you can simply click anywhere, let's see on the top line, you can click on the cog or the gears. From there, you can do the visibility. You can change these lines to anything you should wish, the coloration. Again, you can have baby pink. From there, you can have the middle line. You could have it set as maybe a green, a red. Black's more visual for me. You can set the line to a dotted line if you wish. You could set it to a dashed line, or you could have it set as the normal line, and then you've got the thicknesses as well. Okay, guys, so that's a little tip on your support and resistance on that as well. So if you find that sort of useful, you can just drop a comment below. Again, it's not for everybody because you do have that channel between, but if you are concentrating on one sort of area, I find that super useful for me because I'm a very visual person. Right, so that is that out the way with. Another one you could sort of do as well. As you can see, we've got a downward trend movement on here. Okay, now normally when you are doing a trend line, you would simply just drag and drop, sort of like that. Okay, but if you want to be more precise with that, instead of using that trend line, we have an area called, let's have a look, I do believe it is rear. Okay, pick your top area. This lets you have a movement. To get a trend line, you only need 2 touches. You simply bring this down very slowly until you get that second touch on a candled area. Bang, there you have it. You've got that right there. Okay, so bang, there's your touch. Okay, guys, that's where you have it. So again, you're coming down. It hasn't quite retested to come down. You've got the correction come down. There's your retest there. Again, guys, let's just be a little bit more visual. I think I might have just gotten that a little bit too much there. Right, let's have a look. There we have it. So again, just move this away. You can see that there, guys. And as we move out, you've got your touch there. Okay, so that's something else you can use. It's called the rear. Okay, guys. So let's just get rid of that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about the night as well. And again, these are just quick tips before we move over to the harmonics. Now, a lot of you guys that know me, I've been following a great educator on the platform that I've been part of for a number of years now. And I've based a lot of my trading on long-term trades. That is just about to change because I'm bringing a great scalping strategy to the team or the community that is the Ninja Forex traders. So I'm just going to show you a quick trick that I've learned over the years of learning the head and shoulder patterns. Okay, so again, a head and shoulder, guys, is basically this sort of formation: a move up, a correction back down. Okay, a move up to make a higher high because you're breaking the structure, and you create a higher high. So you've got an A, B, C movement, and the C becomes the head because it has officially become higher than that lower high. So you've got that. You come back down, breaking this structure of the left, creating a neckline. You come back out to meet the area of that left shoulder. Thus, that area there, in this instance, you would then sell, okay, creating that movement. Now, if I told you, if you'd missed this area on the sell, if I'd shown you a way how you could still get in on a trade if and when it hit a certain area, would you be happy? But more so, if I could show you just exactly where this would go to when it breaks that certain structure, would that amaze you? I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So as you can see right here, we've got a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so we'll come up, we come down, we go up, we come down. Okay, we'll just get this here. We go up and then we come down. So let's just get this correct here, guys. Get this, and then we've got the neck. You can see this here is level with this here. Okay, guys. So this is a head and shoulder pattern. Again, with regards to the left and right shoulder, you're basically waiting for the test of the left up to the head, which is here, come back down, retest, and then you would normally sell that. Now, if you watch this, we'll get what I like to call my magic wand. We're going from the neckline up to the tip of the head. Okay, we break this down here, and as you can see on the neck, this here instantly becomes the TP. Okay, so let's just have a look in here. You can see right here, again, guys, just to be visual, you've got that area there. You can see we've come to test. So we have a breaker structure, you wait for the retest of the neckline, and then you sell. Okay, we've done that. When we scroll back out, you will see you would have been a little bit into drawdown, but why have we got this here? Just take a look at this, guys. Plonk this at the bottom of the measurement we've had between the neck and the tip of the head, and look at this. This is your TP area. How many pips would this have given us? And you can see it's right to the pip. This maneuver here would have given you 170 pips. 170 pips. Now, if that is not enough to show you the power of what I've learned over the years, and I'm going to prove that this is not a fluke, I'm going to show you it on another part of a scan. Okay, let's just go back. Share screen. So this time we're going to look at the Great British Pound, and let's just take a look. Right, so let's have a look at it longer term. We've got, again, left shoulder, we come down. Head, we come down. Okay. Right shoulder, we come down to sell. Let's just get this here. So as you can see, we've got the area of left shoulder down to the neck. We've created a higher high, which gives us a head. We come back down, breaking this structure, come back down to the neck. We've gone back up to retest the opposite of the left shoulder. We've come down. That maneuver there, guys, okay, let's just put this along here. That maneuver there, guys, has given you from the right shoulder to the neckline, that has given you 124 pips, okay? But, oh no, I've missed the move. What do you do now? You simply don't worry about it. Get your trend line, mark up the neckline up to the head. You wait for the breaker structure, the retest of this area, okay? You put this here. Look at this, guys. You can't make this up. Every time this happens every time. Look at this. Bang. Look at where we are. Down Magic wand to the pip, bang, touch, bang, touch, bang, broke the structure, come down again. But how many pips is this giving us? Again, measure from the neck all the way down. That has given you another 177 pips. There we are, guys. And again, this is on the 30-minute charts. Now, this is not giving you value right now and scratching and sort of burning that itch for you to get started right now and jump inside this amazing community where you're going to learn all sorts and all kinds of tips, tricks, and this sort of stuff. I don't know what is, okay? So what we're going to do now, just from there, and if you like that little tip, drop your comment below. I can always get on a one-on-one and show you some more with regards to sort of these sort of things. And just go back to share screen. Now, what we're going to do now, guys, is I'm going to have a quick look at the tool that we have at our disposal. Okay, let's have a look. And we're going to see and play a little bit of bullseye with this, because come and take a look at what you could have won. Bit of Jim Bowen style. This time you're not getting your BFH, your bus fare home. You're going to actually see what you could have won. Now, these harmonic tools, this is a fantastic tool used at our disposal. It's a free tool, okay? And we utilize this to the best of our ability. These scans are 86 to 90% win rates, okay? From there, we have 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 4 hour daily. And each of these come with a broker, okay? So on these, we just go to traders where, go to the 1 hour, okay? And let's just say euro ends a day. Again, you can see this actually won. And I'm not going to go through too many because, like I say, I only need to show you 5 or 6 of these and you'll get the gist. So from here, it's giving you the D point, which is an entry. This ended up on the market at the lowest point. This ended up giving you around about 179 pips. Again, guys, you don't need all of these pips. You only need to take a few pips at a time out of a trade. And we've got a great strategy that I've came up with where I can show you just to take one trade a day, get a risk to reward of 3.5 to 1 or 3 to 1. Look at this one, guys, 275 pips. There's over 400 pips straight away on 2 scans. How many scans are within this here? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 scans produced on one time frame out of 8 brokers, which is producing roughly again 8 scans per time frame. Guys, I don't need to do the maths for that, and you've got 400 pips just off the first 2 scans I've shown you. So again, guys, this is absolutely phenomenal stuff, and I hope you're seeing the power in this. Again, we can have a look at the Euro USD. There's another one. And again, we have an entry. We have a TP1, TP2, TP3. Let's just see where this one took us. We've gone all the way down, 158 pips. There's nearly 500 odd pips straight away over the space of a few days. Again, guys, this stuff is phenomenal. Okay. What I'm going to do now, just to end tonight's sort of Forex Fire TV episode, is we're going to take a look at the Rain and Pips channel just to see where everybody ended up on the Friday night. Okay, guys. So again, I hope you're enjoying this, and then I'm going to have a little chat at the end, a little bit of brief discussion on something. Share the screen. Let's go to Discord channel. And again, this is a great community. There's such a buzz around this community right now. It's absolutely phenomenal stuff. We all help each other. And again, this is furthermore from the truth. We learn together, we trade together, and we win together. It's a great sort of motto I put together for the team. And we'll just click onto here and we can have a look at Rain and Pips. Right, let's take a look yesterday. And let's just read a few of these out. So yesterday was the 26th. Okay, so we've got yesterday. Right, here we go. Tom Harvey, Great British Pound, ends a D, 5 pips. BYOB down under. Phil Clark, 7 pips. GN, down under, BYOB. Jeffrey Goodwin, 10 pips. Great British Pound, ends a D, BYOB. And you'll see this repeating and repeating, because all we aim for is between 5 and 10 pips a day using 2 or 3 different strategies. So we've got 10 pips for Steve Harris, Kathy Walker from yesterday's session, 31 pips. A loss for Darren Hart. No, loss 10 pips. I don't know whether that's a loss or a win. Maybe Darren can let me know in the chat there. We've got Paul Thompson, 10 pips. Mike Story, 5 pips. 50 pips again for Sabine. Absolutely crushing it using her own style. And again, guys, when we see this, when you come into the community, you don't just have to trade the way we do within the group. A lot of people sort of get educated within the process of what we do. Everybody has their own special journey with this. I've done this over the space of 3 years. When I first came into this, I knew nothing at all about Forex, okay? But right now, I'm producing strategies and helping others understand the charts, understand the markets, and understand the flow of the candles, and becoming more profitable. And a certain strategy that I brought into the team has become the #1 strategy that we trade with. And that's not just individually. We actually do that over 7 hours a day over the course of a Forex week. And we actually do that as a team. Okay, guys? So again, and I'm going to do a bit of promotion here. So if anybody that is sharing this video right now, anybody that's sharing this video on their timeline, and you're watching this on that person's timeline, you need to get back to that person right now. Get back to that person that has shared this video, and you'll have seen the value that I've put in this tonight, just for a little 10, 15, 20-minute snippet on how do we get in on a trade when a pattern has surpassed its area of those right shoulders. How do you get back in on that trade and still gain yourself that 150 pips, that 170 pips? And how do you measure yourself that take profit from that area? Again, guys, this stuff is so fantastic. This platform is so amazing. Combine that with the power of what we have with this team right now, you are on to a winning program. You are on to the winning step. You are going to be so successful within this structure. And even if you are finding it hard, guys, we have a fantastic weekly Q&A session on a Monday night where you can just drop in whenever you want, and you can just come on live. You don't even have to get on the camera. You can drop your questions in the Facebook, and they will be answered within that session of the live educators, which is Brian Knight, who is absolutely fantastic. He's been hosting that every Monday night for, well, I do believe well around 3 years or so, maybe more. Again, you can't get this stuff anywhere else. Okay, so we're just going to go back to, I just get so excited with this stuff because, again, it's setting so many people free. We've got Mia, 10 pips. Andy Booth, again, he's starting to see success with stuff on this. Andy Booth, 8 pips. Well done, mate. You've got David Kahn, who is the strategy sort of producer of the BYOB Down Under. Absolutely phenomenal trader. Again, another one of our live session educators on the morning. My hat's off to David. He's done a lot for this group, and he's brought a few good strategies to the team. Again, Andy Booth, catching the pips. Mike Story, Paul Brown, all of these on the BYOB Down Under. Paul Turner, one of our main leaders, 7.6 pips, already hit the target this week. Trade triggered from yesterday for 15 pips, and plus if you'd stayed in. John McLaughlin, again, getting his pips there. And it's all about compounding your profit. Now, guys, I mentioned compounding profit and things like that. If you scroll further down this line, down this timeline, you will see another Forex Fire episode that I done, okay, a Forex Fire TV episode that I done previous the other night, where I show you the power of compounding. Now, not only showing you the power of that compounding, I showed you that night how I lost 2 trades, won 1, but still was profitable on that trading day. And all that is inside that video right now. So if you want to know how the hell can you lose 2 trades, win 1, and still be profitable, you need to go back and watch that video, which leads me on to what I'm going to do next. I mentioned about using the risk to reward tool, the short and the long. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll come out of raining pips, because I nearly forgot about that one. That was one of my main tips for tonight, to be fair. So what we've got, if I scroll out of here, we'll get rid of all the noise. Okay, guys. So again, if this tip here, if you've seen value with this, please drop that love, drop the hashtag ForexFire, guys. And again, guys, if you're watching this from someone else's timeline, you seriously need to get back to that person who has shared this video are taking the time to share the video on their wall. Right, so we go back to the instrumental panel on the left, okay, and we click on here. You see a short and a long, okay. So we do this. Basically, what we have, okay, guys, is we have a red area and a green area. Now, if you can imagine the Forex market, okay, will move up and it moves down. It moves up on a correction and it moves down, okay. So if we are expecting the market to go on a buy, this is what we call a long, okay, guys. So again, what I want to show you as a little bit of an extra tip, and if you already knew this, let me know in the chat. If you didn't and it's something extra that you find useful, again, drop that message in the chat. You will see as we click on the long, which is going to be for the buy, you have a plethora of information on the top. You've got targets, you've got percentages, you've got amounts, you've got PLs, you've got risk to reward ratios. This is very important when it comes to trading. You've got stops, you've got amounts. So what you can do, you can click anywhere on the chart here, excuse me, hit the cog, okay. From there, you've got account size, okay. Let's see here. You've got a $500 account, okay. From there, you want a risk 1%, okay. You've got an entry, you've got ticks. Now ticks, okay, this bit's important. So ticks, if you have 3,000 ticks, okay, you will see 3,000 ticks is worth 300 pips, okay. So you lose the zero off the end. The ticks on here, you're multiplied by 10. So if you want 30 pips, you would have 300, okay. Ticks on the bottom, same sort of preference. If you want, again, let's say a 20 pip stop loss, so it'll be 200 ticks, okay, to let's say a 50 pip stop loss, okay, a 50 pip gain to a 20 pip stop loss. Click OK. You will see on here we have got a risk to reward on there of 2.5 to 1. Now this is where the magic is. You noticed when we started this, okay, guys, that we put a $500 account size, okay, risking only 1% of that account. This is what would happen. You'll see on here that 1%, if you lost or if you lose that trade within this, it comes down, it stops out on here. Your 1% will bring you down to $495, £495, 495 yen, depending on what you trade in. Yet, because you have a risk to reward of 2.5, if you should be happen to hit the TP area and you win, risking 1% of your trade on a risk to reward of 2.5, your $500, okay, your $500 then becomes $512.50. Okay, guys. So again, that's a little tip with regards to using the long and the short tool. And again, just to show you the short, it's just the opposite way. You're just going down for the sell, which is it's coming down rather than on an upward motion. Okay, guys. So again, hope you have found value with that tonight. One more time, what I want to give a shout out to is everybody that's in our team. I hope you have had a fantastic, profitable week. Okay, guys, keep an eye out, because what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you or bringing it to the group with regards to the live session. Well, as first of all on the 13th, and then we're going to be looking at the 20th to produce it and doing our live session on the week of the 20th. Okay, guys. So again, much love to everybody. If you're watching this for the first time and you've seen this on somebody else's wall, okay, get back to that person who has shared this amazing content tonight. Okay, and again, guys, there's power in what we do, in the education, in the helping each other, in the community that we have built over the number of years. There's such a big buzz going on around this community right now that there's people that's actually left their jobs and they're trading full time within our group. And not only are they doing that, they are taking their time out to show just how they've done that process what they did with a daily strategy and a daily trading plan, and they also become a live educator within that group. Okay, guys. So again, thank you very much. Drop the love, drop the likes, and most of all, share the hell out of this content so people can see just how powerful over the course of a little bit of time, how you can learn to sort of read the charts, read the markets, and read how to draw up those head and shoulders and things like that and become more profitable. Okay, guys. Hashtag Forex Fire, John Docherty. Have a great weekend, guys. See you later.